Hello, I'm Mayor Lynn Montgomery. On behalf of the town staff and town council, I'd like to highlight some of the accomplishments we've had in the town of Jamestown over the past year. I will showcase some of our greatest achievements, but also let you know what projects our staff is working on now, as well as to bring attention to some of our outstanding needs that our council plans to address in the coming months. As everyone knows, the past few years have been quite challenging. A global pandemic, supply chain issues, and resulting inflationary pressures affect local government operations just as it affects each of our citizens. Despite this fact, the town has been hard at work behind the scenes to make Jamestown the best community in the Triad. Jamestown, through conscientious planning efforts, has secured over $3 million in grant funding to make necessary improvements in our community. These will include upgrades to the park facilities at Jamestown Park near the entrance to the golf course. Park upgrades will include an all-inclusive playground for people of all ages and abilities, a dog park, natural play amenities, and updated basketball and volleyball facilities. The town staff has also brought park users at the Jamestown Park free internet access. Jamestown Parks and Recreation staff have been hard at work on a 2023 Music in the Park Summer Concert Series. This event is free to all and is one of the ways that our town council gives back to the community. Music in the Park runs from May through October in 2023 and will feature some great bands, fantastic food, and tasty beverages. Our lineup and food and beverage offerings can be found on our Facebook site. Bring a lawn chair and join your friends and neighbors as we dance the night away. The town has secured grant funding to extend our sidewalk network in several key areas. First, we will be extending sidewalk from Vickery Chapel Road along East Main Street to intersect with sidewalk near Millis and Main Apartments. This critical connection will span the length of the Ragsdale High School property and Millis Road Elementary School property, connecting these two campuses to our existing sidewalk. This will provide students a safe route to school and allow for greater pedestrian connectivity for all. Also, the town secured additional grant funding to complete the sidewalk from the intersection of Dillon Road and West Main Street to connect to existing sidewalk at Oakdale Road. This will provide greater connection with existing pedestrian connections to the Riverwalk communities along Dillon Road and downtown, as well as to our neighborhoods to the west. These connections were identified in the 2023 Pedestrian Transportation Plan update, which Council expects to adopt once North Carolina Department of Transportation has completed its review. Ongoing pedestrian connection projects will also include a new sidewalk network along Oakdale Road to connect downtown to the Jamestown Oaks community, as well as a new sidewalk extension along West Main Street to extend along Penny Road, which will terminate near the existing greenway at High Point City Lake Park. The town of Jamestown's recent completion of a new pedestrian bridge, coupled with the city of High Point's recent addition of a pedestrian bridge over City Lake, will allow pedestrians to be able to complete a loop around Jamestown by safely walking on greenways, bridges, and sidewalks. Jamestown Council and staff continue to work diligently not only to maintain current assets, but also to work continually to improve existing facilities. In 2023, the town will complete a new building which will improve the working conditions for employees at the golf course maintenance facility. This building will replace existing workspaces which are nearly 50 years old and have exceeded their useful life. The building will be much safer and efficient for employees and will allow better maintenance for our golf course equipment, thus extending life and reducing costs. Speaking of the golf course, our staff recently completed a golf course strategic plan, and our council will be seeking opportunities to make improvements by using this plan as a guide in coming years. We are aware that there are needed improvements in cart paths, bunkers, and irrigation. This past fiscal year, the town council allocated funds to renovate on-course bathrooms and the driving range. The bathrooms have been demolished and construction on new bathrooms is underway. The driving range underwent a complete remodel this year, and all new weather mats have been installed to allow players to have an enhanced experience. The Town Council is working to improve the experience not only of the golfing community, but the non-golfing community as well, utilizing the golf course strategic plan as a guide. The Town Council and staff review the condition of major assets like roadways each year. Staff complete a pavement condition study every 3 to 5 years, and this is the guide that we use to identify areas that need paving or resurfacing, as our public services staff likes to call it. The major source of funding for these resurfacing projects is called Powell Bill funds, which is a state-funded mechanism based on a pro rata share of the taxes collected from gasoline and fuel sales at the pump. Currently, the town receives approximately $100,000 in Powell Bill funds each year. While that sounds like a lot of money in today's dollars, that will only pave a quarter mile of street. Jamestown currently has over 16 miles of streets to maintain. So the Town Council has been working to identify other funding sources like a motor vehicle fee to allow us to allocate additional funding to keep Jamestown streets in excellent condition. Over the years, council members have heard the desires of many citizens to help keep our community cleaner and greener by allowing the use of garbage cans for trash pickup. Staff have also identified the fact that it would be much safer if employees did not have to ride on the back of the garbage truck for pickup, and it is much more environmentally friendly and efficient to reduce the number of trips that each truck makes each week. So council adopted the can-do attitude, and beginning in April 2023, the town switched to garbage pickup using cans, and the town staff are now picking up your recycling as well, all on the same day. We believe this will result in a cost savings which helps prevent large increases in fees, allows for greater capacity as the town grows, reduces litter from pesky animals tearing into bags, and will be safer for the employees. The town has been preparing for growth over the past few years. Town staff worked on succession planning for key operational staff, knowing that retirements would come and the overall needs of the community would warrant additional staff members. Renovations have begun at Town Hall to create spaces for employees as new faces are added to better provide the highest level of service to our citizens. Over the last year, additional resources have been allocated to allow live streaming of our council meetings and planning board meetings via YouTube. This is all in an effort to provide openness and transparency to our citizens. Going into our next budget year, the council is facing a lot of challenges. We want to provide the best for our citizens while being mindful of the rising costs of goods and services. There are ongoing capital needs that require attention, like our golf course with its bunkers, irrigation, drainage, and cart paths. There is a need to replace bathrooms at Jamestown Park and the need to install new bathrooms to accommodate park goers at Wren Miller Park. Fire station improvements are being reviewed to ensure that Jamestown and their partners at Pinecroft-Sedgefield Fire Department are well equipped and poised to respond to citizen needs not only now, but in the future as well. Roadway maintenance, as we discussed earlier, is necessary, as are stormwater improvements throughout the town. The town of Jamestown is not immune to the rising costs of goods and services. Inflationary pressures affect us too. The Town Council takes their job seriously and are working to keep any increases to a minimum. However, it may be necessary to implement increases in certain areas to continue to provide the excellent service that I brought to your attention in this short video. It is our responsibility as a community to work together to support our staff as they work to provide us with the very best and highest levels of service. I urge anyone with questions or concerns to reach out to me or our council members. Please know that on behalf of the Town Council and town staff, we take great pride in our volunteer service to you, the citizens. Thank you.